People. What's going on, man? It's your boy, Trouble T Roy, Get Kicks Wholesale, the number 2 at gmail.com. GETKICKZWHOLESALE, the number 2 at gmail.com. Wanted to continue with a topic that's super hot and on fire right now, which are the discussions about the Jordan 1 trophy rooms. Want to set some clarification out there because it's a lot of misinformation. And again, I really should be charging for this, but for those that are reselling, let me put you on game to a couple of things, because you're going to face these things, especially with this. It's a high value resale shoe. So this is what's going to happen. So everybody's trying to eat off of these things. So we got a couple of things to talk about today. First, let's talk about the packaging and laces. Very important. So it's 2 boxes that they come in. And you see multiple sellers, resellers, boutique have both of these boxes, which is the light blue box with the stars and then the more like navy blue box with the stars. They come in either of those boxes, okay? Doesn't mean one is fake and one isn't, because they're presented in different boxes, okay? So let's clear that off the rip. Second, the blue laces that came, or the ones that you see on the Trophy Room website. If you go on the Jordan Trophy Room website, the ones that are displayed on the page have the blue laces. Those laces did not come in the ones that came from the sneakers app. Let's clarify that. So the retail pairs, they likely don't come with the blue laces. It's likely that pairs that are considered friends and family come with the blue laces, and at the moment, we do not know how to determine which ones are friends and family as of yet. Like, for example, the Jordan 5 Trophy Room friends and family were red, opposed to the ones that released retail to the public, they were powder blue. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know the nuances to the shoe itself. Yeah, I can't call that part. But yeah, the blue laces likely come with friends and family pair. They didn't come with the pair from the sneakers app, or looks like majority of the retail pair. So that's another thing to clear up, because I know people are like, well, hey, they didn't come with the blue laces. Okay, well, neither did the retail pair. So relax. Doesn't make it fake. Again, keep in mind too, you're selling a high value shoe. So people are automatically going to feel like something is fake when it's a shoe that's quote unquote limited in high value. You're going to get the real versus fake narrative with this all day long. The shops and boutiques aren't going to help it. Neither are the sneaker apps going to help it. They're going to paint it according to their narrative. So again, know that when trying to resell high value shoes. Okay. Another myth. Here we go with this myth. I saw an article. It looks like it was an article from Complex. And it was pretty much saying like, the allegations of backdooring of these shoes, and that kind of like Marcus Jordan was getting backlash. And for those who don't know who Marcus Jordan is, I'm not trying to insult anyone's intelligence, but it's Michael Jordan's son, his youngest son. He came up with the Trophy Room store business concept and has been running it. You know, he runs it. And so used to be a store in Orlando, closed its doors. There's no store right now. They're potentially going to open up another spot in downtown Orlando, but there's no specifics about this. There's no addresses, none of that. No store that's open at the moment. So you can do your research and find out for yourself. So the one that he had open is no longer open. He's potentially looking to open another spot. But again, there are no specifics in regards to this. There's no updated information in regards to this. So there is no store, no physical brick and mortar store for Trophy Room at the moment. Okay? Keep that in mind. So according to this article in regards to Complex, Marcus Jordan was facing some backlash about the backdooring allegations. And here it's utterly ridiculous. And here's why this is utterly ridiculous. Like I just stated, there's no brick and mortar store. You can only backdoor through brick and mortar store unless people are coming to your crib or whatever, your storage warehouse to pick up a whole bunch of pairs. So here's what backdooring is. Let me break this down for a lot of people. Backdooring is when a shop a physical shop, a physical brick and mortar shop, typically retailers are the ones that supposedly do the backdooring, not boutiques, because they're not authorized with the brand. So it's no need to backdoor. They can just have as many pair or whatever as they want and just sell it to the public. Backdooring is for retail shops that get a limited amount of pair, and they pre-sell these pair prior to release date to individuals. They get a couple bucks profit, and these individuals, they end up reselling. That's backdooring. Keep in mind that backdooring has to be done at a retail location that's authorized with the brands, thus making it backdooring, thus making it an unauthorized transaction, because you're not selling to the public. You're making a profit, selling it to people that's going to resell. So opposed to selling it to people the fair way, that come in the store or that wait in line to get these shoes, they backdoor it through unauthorized means, again, making that shoe unauthorized because it's not authorized by the brand that they do this, and selling it to get a little bit of money and then, get it to these resellers. So a couple things about backdooring, and let me talk about the Marcus Jordan scenario first. So if there's no store at the moment, how can you backdoor? So why are there even allegations of him backdooring? Makes no sense. And if he's backdooring, you think he's backdooring all that many pair, multiple hundreds of pair, where there's supposedly, quote unquote, 12,000 in rotation because it's such a limited shoe? You get what I'm saying. So if that were the case, it makes no sense, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, for lack of better terms. There's no store to backdoor from. So why are there even allegations of him backdooring? And the places that got them were very few and far in between. But of course, the ones that had to get them had to be Jordan Brand or Nike retailers. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he's in control of those stores, that's retailers, and helping backdoor through them? No, absolutely not. So let's not fall into the narrative and the hype that the sneaker media, let me be specific, tends to put out there, in these stories that they tend to put out, to have you thinking that, or to increase the hype of the shoe. All it does is help the resellers, the big name resellers, to push these shoes for those mega dollars that people really in the first place can't afford. I'm just keeping it a buck. It's a shame that people go crazy over something that they really can't afford, and then want to nitpick on the real versus fake based off of something they hear. Why? I don't know, man. I just look at things like this from a perspective of, just being able to pay what you weigh. Be able to pay what you weigh. If you can afford them, more power to you. I mean, in the sense of resale, to pay whatever the resale price is. If you can afford that, more power to you. But majority of people really can't, and they're buying it because of hype and all of these marketing ploys and giving money to these people in big businesses to get these shoes that's so highly sought after. And like I say, they're not in a position to do it. For those that are in a position to do it, do it. But I don't get why people make such a big deal over something that they really can't afford. But that's another soapbox right there. So back to what I was saying about the backdooring. So it's practically impossible, and you got to be careful of the narrative because it's created to big up the shoe and to make it more marketable, to sell more. And the rabbit hole goes deep on that. And of course, publicly, I'm not going to go into it on here to tell you why that's done and why it doesn't make sense to have it done with only 12,000 pair of shoes. Because I see people comment that swear they know how business and marketing works for major companies and major brands. And I look at what they say and I'm like, well, okay, provide the proof. I don't mind you debating or disagreeing with me. I don't mind. But if you're going to say something, if you're going to proclaim something to be wrong, give the factual information of it being wrong. Present your case. But if you're just no, that's wrong, it's not how marketing works, well, how do you know? I'll pose that question back to you. How do you know? Nobody can never answer that part. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, well, how do you know? And they'd be like, or you never hear a response from them. So, yeah. So just be able to provide facts, people. That's all I'm asking. Everything I tell you, again, can be researched. Everything that's opinion, I tell you it's opinion. Again, don't believe what I say. Go do your own research. Find out for yourself and see if I'm talking nonsense. And if I am talking nonsense, call me out on it. But don't give me your opinion because you feel like you're business savvy and know what these companies are doing. when you really don't, because you can't prove or give any information in regards to solidify what you're saying via research. Like you didn't say, hey, Troy, check out this site. Or, hey, Troy, check out what Nike said about this. Or, hey, Troy, check out what Jordan Brand said about this. You get what I'm saying? Like, even if it's a second-hand site, they're like, hey, check this out. With some type of credibility. Hey, look at this. This is what this is saying. Check it out. You know what I mean? Like, research it. But, again, research for yourself is my point. So people can debate all they want, but they really don't know business like they think they know business. Just overall, has nothing to do with sneakers. We're just utilizing it because this channel is based on, sneakers and reselling and sneaker information, education, stuff like that. So we're utilizing or using that as an example because of the type of channel this is. But I'm speaking directly on business. Certain things just in business makes no business sense for a multi-billion-dollar business to do. And to me, makes no business sense for a multi-billion-dollar business to release 12,000 pair of shoes for the sake of just a limited treat. Now, can they? Absolutely, they can. But why are businesses in business? To make money. And that little bit of money at $190 a pair is chump change. It's like 2 point something, $1 million or something like that. You can check me on the math. I'm probably wrong, but I'm close. So again, what is that to a multi-billion-dollar company? I'm just saying, you got to understand what these companies are in it for. The point of business is to make money, not to please. Well, you want to please your consumers. You do. But overall, the point is to make a significant amount of money. That's what matters in business. That's why businesses are formed. To make money, make profits. So this Jordan 1 trophy room stuff, like, people are falling into these narratives left and right. And people swear they know what they're talking about. And my thing is, with this real versus fake information with these trophy rooms, who's telling you what? Who are you getting this information from? Because majority of the pairs floating around, they ain't come from Trophy Room or the sneakers app. Let's keep it all the way thorough. Let's keep it funky for real. They ain't come from the sneakers app or Trophy Room website. They didn't. It's a deeper conversation, but they didn't. So I don't care if you run them through the Check app. I don't care if you try to sell them to StockX. I don't care. Majority of them did not come from, the sneakers app or Trophy Room, or the stores that may have gotten a few pair that's authorized with the brands. Especially if you look at the number of 12,000. If only those outlets have the 12,000, then how come I'm gonna be real? Like, I feel like I've seen more than that already, just on social media and via websites. Like, I feel like that. I may be wrong, but I feel like that. Looking at all the resellers and the big name Instagram, sellers that sell to celebrities and things like that, I feel like I've seen maybe 12,000 pair, because I've seen people have close to 300-400 pair. Multiple people. You get what I'm saying? So you do the math. And you think all of those came from Trophy Room? You think all of those came from the sneakers app? You think all of those came from the specific stores that's authorized with the brands that got them? Nah. Come on, man. Y'all better wake up, man. And this is only meant for those that will realize what's going on. They're the ones that will catch it. Of course, you'll get the knuckleheads that won't catch it and that'll try to debate it, that swear, But again, please tell me where you get your information at. And if it was like just some third-party place that told you that and have, again, no proof that that's the case, then whatever, if that's what you want to believe. But it's your boy, man. I'm signing out. Trouble T. Roy. Hey, y'all have a great day, man. Y'all know how to reach me. Y'all know the email. I'm still giving out sneaker education. I am still giving out, a seller for free. All you got to do is hit me up, and I'll lace you with that information, all right? I'll talk to you. Peace.